Hey fam, what's good? So, let me tell you what happened. I went on Facebook and I asked my soul tribe, Anonymous, and all the people that are out there fighting the system and doing the no king thing. And anyway, that's my soul tribe. Anybody fighting this corrupt system and all these pedophiles and shit. I asked my soul family, what would you like me to glitch on next? Drop a video on next. And somebody mentioned MKUltra. And I was like, that's a good one, because they just redid something recently about that subject. So, Lee, this is for you, baby. Okay, MKUltra. We all known this for a long time, that the CIA, our CIA, conducted experiments on people using all kinds of drugs and torture techniques. And one drug in particular was LSD that they used on people. Now, some of these people volunteered for this. Some of these people, like the guy that wrote the movie or the book, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Okay, what's his name? I got it right here. I'll never look at my notes. Anyway, his name is Ken Keasley or whatever. Ken Keasley? Whatever. He wrote that book, and he volunteered for these experiments, and turns out he had started doing the concerts after that, and that's what actually started the hippie movement. And this guy volunteered for LSD experiments and saw things and whatever, and just started this whole movement. That's how the hippies got started, with these LSD induced experiments brought to you by our own government, the CIA, conducting experiments. Some people volunteered for these experiments. Yeah, let's go trip for free and shit. Let them watch us or whatever. It reminds me of the Pineapple Express, where it starts off when what they call product or something, subject was number 9 or something, and he was smoking a joint, and they totally took it off the market because the guy, after he smoked the joint, he couldn't be told what the fuck to do or how to think anymore. It stimulated his pineal gland, like I was, if you look on my video on cannabis versus alcohol, it stimulated his pineal gland, and he wasn't having it. And you could call bullshit. People that smoke weed, their pineal gland is open. That's why they don't. That's why it's such an emphasis on don't smoke weed. You know what I mean? It'll wake you up. It might wake you fuck around and wake you up. So the thing with this was that the LSD was given to people that were also did not volunteer. People in prison were forced, had these experiments forced on them. The military, because once they sign up for the military, you belong to the government. You're property of the United States, and they can basically inject you with or do whatever the fuck they want to do with you, like send you out to go kill and protect pedophiles in a war that was started for no reason. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. We're talking about MKUltra, the experiments that the government actually admitted that they were doing. They didn't want to admit it. They were trying to hide it. I'm going to drop a couple of videos down in this description of MKUltra and everything that they done, how the CIA, they tried to hide it, and the public was not supposed to know about these experiments. And I'm also going to add a couple of updated videos on the subject within the last 4 and 7 months. They rehashed this and talking about how they mind control people and what the CIA actually did, the crimes against humanity they committed, only to find out and figure out how they can mind control us, how they can mind control the masses to obey and do what they tell you and not look at these things. Another thing about these, I don't understand why people don't care about MKUltra, because some of these videos, you start watching them and they start going back to like these old 19 black and white fucking clips and shit, and you falling asleep, right? I'm not trying to make you fall asleep. MKUltra, the CIA conducted experiments using LSD. They used torture methods just to learn how to break our psyche, how to mind control us. And if you think it's over with, it's not. All this information they used on other people. Your entertainment industry, your singers, your actors, how they have to fall in line. If they tell these singers and actors they have to perform a fucking concert for a whole year, and they're traveling and back to back, they can't bitch about it, okay? And it's really weird, because I remember one time, this is a true story that happened to me. I knew someone that I was trying to tell people, look, our industries, our music and entertainment industries, the actors and actresses, a lot of them have been tortured. A lot of them play along with the game, or they're fine with whatever they're doing, all the bad things and raping and children and shit. But some of them had to be put under control because they did not want to continue to do these things, and it's too bad they signed a contract. So they have also MKUltra'd them. They've tortured them to the point where they're just gonna do what they're told to do and not question and not bitch and not think for themselves. And this is where you find a lot of people in the music and the entertainment industry. Like when Whitney Houston was a sacrifice, but that's a whole other story. Britney Spears is what I meant to say. She shaved her head. They MKUltra'd her. The child was groomed as a child, and Disney groomed this child, and MKUltra'd her, tortured her, made her. And when she wanted to revolt and get out of it, and you know her dad was the first one doing all this shit, which is horrific. Of course, she revolted, shaved her head. She was trying to get out of it. You know what I mean? They torture these people, okay, to perform. I don't want to do that. No, you're going to do it. And they torture them. And this is what I'm saying. At some point, they don't care anymore. It's not them anymore. And Britney, like I said, Britney Spears and anybody that's tried to fight the entertainment industry, they've always been labeled crazy, or there's something wrong with them because oh shit, the MKUltra didn't take. We're going to have to label them a fucking nut job or something because, you know, we don't want people to know what's going on here. So anyway, another thing that they signed up for, to do these movies and shows and whatever. And what are these movies and shows created for and put on TV for? To control us. And I'm going to drop a list also of all the patents taken out using your television to mind control you. And I know I spoke on this before. All that stuff you see on TV, the frequencies and everything. And all of a sudden, like you're watching something, all of a sudden you want a fucking hamburger for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you want to do this, or you need to get that car, you need to dress like this, or you need to look like that. All mind control. And they've been doing it to us. So those experiments didn't end. MKUltra has not ended. Okay? They're using it against us. Okay, and another thing that what makes it easier for them is the fluoride that they have put in our waters, the food that they've been feeding us, the genetically modified organisms that have totally tried to fuck with our DNA and our thought process and our brains. When you know that fluoride was given to the Jewish people that were in concentration camps to make them docile. I mean, who else would sit there, be skin and bones, and continue to work? I would have been like, fuck you, kill me. But they were under that, the pineal gland was destroyed. They were under mind control with the fluoride, made them dull, made them null and void. So they just continue. All they're doing is they were living and they just continue to do whatever the fuck it was. Oh, okay, whatever. It's all right, it's okay. That's how they got us, docile. That's why we're not storming the White House right now. Between aspartame and fluoride, they've got us null and void and docile and meek and complacent and happy. And suffering, and we like that shit. You know what I mean? That's MKUltra. That's mind control for your ass. And they're doing it to us, all of us. That's why they went through all that trouble to study it for years and do all that, to commit all those crimes against humanity to try to find out. The Russians were the one that got them triggered to do that. So they're all in on it worldwide. They want to make you docile, complacent, mind control you, and that's it. And that's why the world is the way it is today, because they've had total control and we are been too lethargic to even realize or even react to what's going on. Okay, so MK Mind Control, like I said, I'm dropping links, I'm dropping information, I'm dropping receipts. I got the seeds for you that you need to grow from. Okay, study for yourself. And when you watch television, I'm going to make another one also on symbols that they use. So that when you do watch these shows, you look for the symbolism now. When I watch a movie, I always talk about watching a movie. I'm looking for symbolism. I'm looking to see what they're trying to brainwash me with, or what they're trying to, what kind of feelings they're trying to entice me, or elicit in me, how they want me to react. That's what I'm looking for, so that I can come back and report to you what's going on. You gotta say this and that. There's a lot of that shit going on. It's been constant. It's a pattern. It's another agenda that they have. Mind control. MKUltra mind control. The CIA opened the doors. There's all the documentation is out there for you to see. It's not a conspiracy theory. And this is not one of them long drawn out documentaries showing you black and white movies. This is the truth and live and fucking, what do they call it? Panorama and fucking live color. Okay? Go research it yourself. Okay? And be mindful that this mind control is still taken, and that was just the studying that they did was just to learn how to do it better. And they've already done that. And it's being exposed. And I'm trying to tell you right now, they're still doing it. They're using the television, they're using the music and everything. Anything pertaining to entertainment is riddled with symbology and mind control. Okay, so let's wake up, wake up. You can watch these things, but you gotta know what's going on. What they're trying to do, it's a trick. Snap out of the mind control. Now, when I count to 3, everybody will be not mind control anymore. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. You wake? You awoke? Okay. Study and find out what these people, these criminals have been doing that we trusted so much for all these years, and what they've done to so many people, so many innocent people. It's all come tonight. And like I said, there's some videos I'm going to drop. If you want to continue this research, do it. It's very important that you know this, especially in this time right now. It's like I always say, it's crunch time. Okay, we got to start waking up and knowing what they're doing. And I'll see your mind control and your MKUltra and your revelation and method. And I will raise you a mass awakening. All right? Peace.